before, months ago, before I decided to get back behind a microphone. I listen to a lot of paranormal shows, and I listen to them and I turn them off because they repulse me. Not just because they don't know anything about how to broadcast. It's that the subjects are, so bizarre and twisted. And I think a paranormal show should be just like it was when Art Bell did one.
Right.
I mean, honestly, I love talking about UFOs. I like talking about ghosts. I like talking about it and make it fun, and I miss that. So when I listen to these...
I think it's still there.
But when you listen to these the other shows, it has changed a little bit.
It's become a little convoluted, and I definitely see what you're saying, but there are different shows, different DJs on Coast to Coast keep that alive. I think George Knapp.
He's the only one I like. He's the only one I like.
George Knapp. I think he asks great questions. He knows what he's talking about too. George Norrie is good, but he can be a little funny sometimes. But George Knapp really keeps it on track, and he brings so much to the conversation. I love listening to him, and I like his voice too.
Oh, yeah, it brings you into it. But you know what? He's sincere when he does it, and he actually believes what he's doing. Some of the other hosts, and I'm not going to say names because I don't want to get sued, but some of the other hosts, right, they get on the air, and you can tell, they're going through all the emotions of it, but they're not doing it for the love of it. They're doing it because of one reason. And I'm sorry. And that's how I feel about certain people. They're doing it for the money and not doing it for the love of the paranormal or love of doing a show. It's gone too commercialized.
Yeah. No, it's definitely, there's that element. But I listen to it for the I don't know. There's something still there. And as long as I can get that, that's what I listen to during the course of my day as I'm working.
You're not listening to my show? Shame on you.
Well, no, don't get me wrong. I listen to a lot of podcasts, Gary, and you're definitely one of them.
Well, we're not a podcast, so you're forgetting. We are live 2 hours, and I'm going to tell you something. In a month from now, we're going to be live 3 hours a night.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I like. I like the long shows. I listened to your one on missing people, actually, not too long ago when I was on a drive. But, that's what I like, and that's what I look for myself when it comes to, Coast to Coast, because I have the app. I go through different shows. If I don't like it, if it's not moving at the pace I like, or it's not really touching upon the stuff I want to hear, I'll listen to another show. I'll end it right then and there. So, yeah, you really have to go through and pick and choose which one you're going to listen to. But I would love to be on that show, though. I would really like to talk to George Knapp.
Yeah, Knapp is my idol, along with Art Bell, those two people.
Oh, yeah, I would love to.
Yeah, one thing I will say this before the day or two, well, actually about 5 days before Art Bell left the air the last time, we were chatting back and forth, and he told me, what he's going to be in a few months, his age, and he goes, I'm getting old, and then boom, he was off the air.
Yeah, he is up there. He's got to be in his 70s now.
Yeah, that's what scares me.
Yeah.
That's what really upsets me, this one major network has been talking to me. That is the one stickler right now they have with me, is because I'm turned 66, and they have brought that up numerous times, but they're waiting to see how my show goes, and and I'm hoping it goes the way they want, because if it goes the way they want, then hey, I like to talk to truckers, and I don't mind talking to truckers from 12 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock, and that's what they want. So
that's exactly what they do. That's what has kept Coast to Coast alive for such a long time. That's their audience. It's the truckers.
Yeah, the people,
late night drivers,
people working late at night.
I remember the first trip. It was I think it was like 2 a.m. I was doing a cross country. I was doing a road trip. It was probably about 99, and I just turned on an AM station. Suddenly I heard people talking about the Greys. I was like, what is this? And it's just like, it's a magical time of night anyways, when it's like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then you turn on the AM radio, and it's just like, there's nothing like that.
Oh, no.
I miss that.
And yeah, I miss it too. I mean, like I said, I do turn on a certain show at night, but it just honestly doesn't have the same feeling.
And zing.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not going to say who, but
that's why you need to do this show. You need this network to pick you up, and like you can bring that back. And I think you already have, actually. The shows I've listened to and the ones I've been part of, I've thoroughly enjoyed.
Well,
in
actually,
fact, I feel like it's too short.
the first couple months I've been listening to my shows myself. The first couple months, I'll be honest with you, they really sucked. It wasn't actually I had the network president call me up and said, "Hey, we like to see, you be more aggressive, and take control and do all this stuff with your guests." And after that, I put about 2 weeks ago, I actually changed how I do things. But I want to go back to you. I still have, I still have guys. Really, most young people, and I'm talking young people under 30, don't know how to shave. They don't have the slightest idea, when I ran across you accidentally when you contacted me, and your colognes that you sent me and all that stuff, so superior to anything I've ever found in the stores. And very shortly, I am going to order some razor blades and a razor from you. I decided I'm going to cut my beard off, and then I'm going to start shaving. Wait a minute.
Nothing like it.
I think Kevin has a question for you. Is it about shaving?
Yes, and anyone that's listening right now, as I said before, Doug's page is on our website. If you go to www.nightdreamstalkradio.com, you'll see Shaving with Doug, and click the Find Out More link, and his webpage will be right there.
Hey, and on top of it, guys, if you get bored at night, okay, and it's nothing on TV, you need to go on YouTube. I mean, him and his friend, associate, has come up with some of the most bizarre, funny, short videos. And why don't you tell the people about that?
Yeah, it's called I'd Lather Be Shaving. That's the name of our channel. And you can get there by going to I'dLatherBeShaving.com. It's kind of what is it? The Car Talk fellas were doing on NPR back in the day, or Antique Roadshow, or in this case, nowadays, American Pickers. It's kind of like that, but about razors and the history of razors and traditional shaving and so on and so forth, which may sound boring to you, but we try to keep it really entertaining and exciting, which it is. I mean, the history is actually really exciting.
But you have a story plot on it. Like the one I really enjoyed was the one with the razor in the end. It was paranormal.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
that was the end of our season.
Yeah,
it was the cliffhanger.
Yeah, virtually all of your videos are, I hate to say it, they're kind of paranormal, and they kind of have a very good. They got a story plot behind them, and you. So it's not like you're trying to sell people razors on a lot of them. It's like you're having fun. You're having fun.
Yeah, we pour everything that interests us into our shows, and the same thing with our business. It's the same thing. It's like everything I do and love, I pour into the business. So it's really just it's passion driven, and I think viewers definitely that comes across. I think they get it immediately. So yeah, if you're listening right now and you're interested, you don't even need to be interested in razors, and that's what I'm saying. Why I'm comparing it to like Car Talk. I used to listen to Car Talk religiously, whether I cared about cars or not, just because the two fellas, Tick and Tack or whatever the hell the name was, just so entertaining. It was. Everyone can listen to it, and I feel like, or at least we're striving to be something very similar to that.
Oh yeah, I think it's funny, and exciting, and it makes you want to go buy a razor.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is, I really people aren't shaving right, and I'm trying to, I want to get back to this. If you haven't heard the first episode I was on at the beginning of the month, I was talking about if you're into conspiracies, there's nothing more conspiratorial than shaving. Like, we've been lied to for the last 45, almost 50 years now when it comes to cartridge razor shaving. I'll do a talk somewhere or a keynote speaking engagement, and I'll ask the audience, how many guys here think they have sensitive skin? And almost everyone in the audience will raise their hand. That's impossible. We can't all have sensitive skin. So what's going on? What's going on is we've been doing damage to our skin since we could shave with these multi-blade cartridges. Man was not meant to drag more than one blade across their face to shave with. Whoever tells you anything else is lying or trying to sell something, and that's exactly what's going on here. Gillette back in 1971 realized that their patents were expired. Other companies were coming out with safety razors and double-edged blades, so they needed something new, and they created the multi-blade cartridge, them and Wilkinson sword. And they've had, patents ever since. They came up with many different patents, and what they did was release the cartridge razor, and their double-edged razors for their safety razors, they made duller. So it was forcing people to move over into cartridge razors or to multi-blade razors. That's exactly what happened, and I'm telling you, it's not a superior shave. In fact, it's an inferior shave. And, you see clubs nowadays, the dollar clubs and whatnot. Yeah, you're saving money, but it's not worth it at the end of the day if it's an inferior product and you're actually doing damage to your skin. You want to get back to traditional shaving where you're using a brush, a soap, a hard soap, a safety razor, which is made out of metal. It's pretty much an heirloom piece you can pass down to your children after that because it's not going to die. These things will last forever. I collect vintage razors, and they still shave as good today as they did when they came off the assembly line 75 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
So there's nothing like it. And just the shave alone, it's therapeutic. You actually look forward to shaving for the first time in your life. You never have. It's just daily maintenance. It's like brushing your teeth. However, when you use these tools, it's meditative. It's like green tea ceremony. It's time for yourself. It's soothing. It's the way shaving is supposed to be, using a hot lather. I mean, and not only that, not only is it good for your face, and not only is it good for your wallet, and when I say it's good for your wallet, I mean cartridge blades cost $25 for 4, whereas DE blades, double-edged blades for a safety razor, cost for $100 to $9 and $15. So not only is it good for your face and good for your wallet, it's also better for the planet, too. Where nowadays you're using this goo in a can that's loaded with propellants and all types of other weird things, and then you throw it in the landfill after the fact. Same thing with these cartridge razors. You're dumping them in the trash after the fact. When you use a safety razor, you're not fitting any waste. When you use a brush and soap, you use that soap with the brush until the soap's gone. There's nothing to replace it. There's no can to throw into the ground. So, I mean, it's better for your face, better for your wallet, and better for the planet. It's a no-brainer, and it's just so affordable.
A lot cheaper. I mean, if you go out and buy, a can of whatever brand of, canned shaving cream, you're going to pay, what, $3 to $5, $6, $7, $8. And, 2-3 weeks later, you throw it away. I mean, and,
Let's go to the propellants. I'm pretty sure the propellants that are in there dull the blades you're using faster anyways. It's like part of the problem there.
And it's not good for your skin.
Not at all. The propellants they have no benefit for your skin. That's why they're loaded up with moisturizing ingredients. They try to counteract the negative effects of propellants that are only there to push the soap out of the can. They have no business being on your face.
Oh, no. See, shaving should be fun. When I used to use a regular razor, I remember, was it Pasana or whatever came out with their first...
Pasana, yeah.
Yeah, it came out with that little cartridge thing, okay? And it started getting hard after that to get razor blades. I mean, you could buy the cheap razor blades from Gillette, but you couldn't buy the good ones, and they did that purposely. But the thing is... What I remember, okay, when I first started shaving, all the way up to I started, giving in because that's all you could buy. I used to enjoy, hot lather on my face, and it was I get up in the morning. It was like 5 or 10 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever it took me. I was relaxed. Now it's like I buy these cheap razors, right? I get the damn can of whatever, I'll put it on my face, right? I put it on my face cold, and then I cut myself, and and then by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, okay, I already got, on my face, shadow already, and I didn't have that. I wasn't relaxed when I was shaving. It was like, hurry, hurry, hurry. I remember when I was younger, like I said, I enjoyed shaving. It was a time where I could relax before going to work. I shaved. I felt comfortable. I didn't even have a stubble till late at night.
It sets the pace for your entire day ahead of you. And it's nothing more masculine than shaving like grandpa and even your father. You know what I mean? Like, it really, people need to experience it. And it's the whole thing. I mean, aside from the soap and the brush and the razor you're using, there's also the aftershave you get to choose, the cologne you're going to use later on. I mean, it's a whole alchemical affair to a certain extent. You know, I mean, you can really get into it. And hearing me say this, it might not resonate with you right now, but as soon as you try it, you'll be sold. There's no looking back once you try a safety razor.
Yeah, but I will say this: I haven't found that bay rum you sell. I have never found anything. It's as good